Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Greg. Welcome to the channel. Today I was going to talk about some experiences I've had after doing my mantra. And if you don't know what mantras are, they are chants, basically. Chants that you do to a deity. And I'm talking about in Vedic astrology, specifically Thunder Wizard Astrology. And these are chants that are connected to your astrological Vedic chart. And, I'm a Vedic astrologer, a Thunder astrologer, and I do give out those readings. So anybody interested in one of those readings, just go to greg.thunderwizard.com, and I can give you a reading, and you'll get a mantra. But yeah, what I do is I take a look at the chart and see which is the best option, the best deity, the most beneficial deity for you to do a mantra to. And this is going to help you align yourself within yourself, and it's going to help expose any blockages you have in your life, and it's going to really help you to pursue your passion, your soul's greatest joy. And that's what it's all about. We're down here to be doing stuff like that. We're here to really live who we really are in the physical life. We want to mirror who we are out there in the spiritual life, in the spiritual dimensions. We want to bring that down here. And mantra is one of the very powerful ways that can be done. So I wanted to talk about some of my experiences with mantra. And I've been doing it. It's been almost a year now. I think it was in May. Yeah, sometime in May, early May or middle of May, that I actually started doing the mantra. I started talking to the Thunder Wizard in late April, so that's coming on a year now too. But yeah, so a lot of the things that happens is you start getting these uncomfortable feelings within yourself. You start feeling, like your perceptions are being shattered and your foundations are being shattered, crumbled, and you don't feel quite yourself anymore. You feel like there's this new way of being that's being suggested to you in an intuitive way, though. It feels like it's your intuition that you're picking up on certain things, which it's you. It is you, and it's out there too. It's the universe too. The universe is you. You are the universe. These whole connections they've always been there, and you start picking up on these intricate, energetic connections that are going on. Just like we have a bunch of millions of connections going on in the brain. These connections are going on with the universe too. And yeah, so you can get you could get synchronicity going on in your daily life. And one of the ways that it happened for me, one really powerful way, was in a dream. I remember it was dark. I didn't know if I was outside or inside or what, but it was dark. And you know how maybe like in a movie sometimes you'll see a scene of people talking. Maybe like a cop is questioning somebody, and it's kind of a dreamy type of a dream, where all you can see is everything around them is black, and you can only see the people that are talking lit up. You can't really necessarily see a light, but you just see just them talking, and everything around them is black. You don't know where you are. So that's the way this scene happened with me. And I was sitting there, or maybe I was standing there. I don't know. It's really vague. It was even vague when I woke up, but it was a very vague kind of experience, memory. I was either standing or sitting in this darkened area, and this presence came up to me, and I couldn't visually see the presence, but I could feel it and sense that there was something there. And I also had this double perception. It was trippy. I had this perception of myself standing there, and I also had this perception of myself sitting a few feet away, watching myself standing there. And I could shift my perception from either perspective. One minute I'm looking at myself standing over there, and the other minute I'm standing there and I'm feeling the experience as it's actually happening when I'm standing there. When I was standing there, I never actually looked over at me sitting over there, but when I was sitting there, I looked at me standing there. And so all of a sudden, as I'm standing there, I feel this hand grab my neck, and just I get the sense that it was from behind. That's what I remember, or maybe it was from the side. That a hand grabbed my neck, and it felt like a trusting hand, something that was like, yeah, trust me. And at the same time, it felt like a very fierce kind of an energy, a very strong kind of an energy. Someone who's very much going to show me something, regardless. I'm going to do this, and this is going to happen. But trust me. So I just remember a hand grabbing my arm, grabbing my neck, and it pulled my head off of my body. And I remember feeling that feeling of my head being taken off, and I was looking down. I was looking down as my head was being raised up. My vision of the scene was I could feel my head. My vision was rising up, and I could see my body down there with no head. And the other hand of this deity, that's what it was. It was a deity. That was the feeling I get after I had thought about it and stuff. But this deity went into my neck, my open neck, reached into there and pulled out like a body part of a tube, a long tube, pulled it out, and a lot of blood was coming out from it. And I remember as this is happening, I'm looking down at it happening. My headless head, my head is looking down at what's happening. At the same time, I'm sitting there too, and I'm watching it. But when I'm sitting there watching it, I don't really see a full figure of a person pulling that tube out of my body. All I see is those two hands. I don't see a whole body. So that was trippy too. But yeah, and I knew it was a female too. I knew it was a female deity. I had that feeling of a female. And the deity I do a mantra to is a female deity. And she pulled out that long tube, which was part of my body. I really felt it was the connector of my soul to my body. And she pulled that out, and she grabbed it from the bottom, and she started wringing it out, going up like that, all the way up the whole damn tube. And as she's doing that, all of this blood is pouring out of it, like you're wringing something out. She was just squeezing it. And as that blood's coming out, I'm seeing that the blood it looks really dirty. It looks really like black, a lot of black specks and black blotches, and it's just pouring out. And the me that's sitting over on the side is tripping on that, and my flying head too is looking at it. And I had that thought of she's cleansing my energy. She's cleansing my energy body, and she's cleansing my physical body. And this is a good thing, so just let it happen. And I let it happen like that. It was just the weirdest feeling that I could shift my perception from watching it, from sitting down, then I could shift it to seeing my head being raised up in the air, kind of being able to look down at the scene. And then that's all pretty much I remember about it. I didn't have a memory of her putting back that tube into my neck and then snapping my head back onto my body. But the feeling I got was that she was really cleansing my energy. And, she was helping me cross bridges in my life, cross energetic points in my life, And I remember just waking up and just tripping out, like, wow. I felt like it was real, and thinking, I wrote it all down too. And thinking, I don't know if that was really a truly spiritual dream or if that was just a creation of my imagination, but it's really helping me to trust in the energy that's coming into my body through this spiritual practice of mantra. And that's what it really did. It helped me to really trust. And I still go through feelings of uncomfort too, of distrust through that, because it's a powerful, transformative way of seeing yourself for who you really are and seeing other people, the world, as what they are. And you start having these feelings of what's out there is really the reflection of myself. You know, this is something the Thunder Wizard talks about a lot. And at the same time, those other people that are out there are seeing the reflection of themselves through other people too. So people who are looking at me are seeing the reflection of themselves also. And on some level, they can relate to everything. And on some level, I can relate to them too. There's some kind of thought I'm trying to say, but I can't put it into words. But it's those feelings of the world is a mirror of who you are. Everything is a mirror of who you are. And you know, it takes time to energetically understand that. And mentally, you can maybe understand it too. That takes time too. But the energetic thing is a trip. It takes time to try and put these things into words too. You know, you have these energetic downloads, however you call them, you know, and you start feeling these trippy feelings of, whoa, I'm being transformed here, going through something, you know, and feels like to me it's like a never-ending process. So yeah, one of the things that can happen when you do mantra is you might have these spiritual dreams. You'll have these synchronistic things happening in your daily life. Just in your own spiritual practices, you'll have these trippy things happen. You'll have certain instincts, certain thoughts about things, certain memories will start to come up. And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. If anybody's interested in getting those a Thunder Astrology reading, yeah, just go to greg.thunderwizard.com. And once you make that purchase, I'll get the email and I'll reply back to you as soon as I can. And we'll set up a time to talk. And if you can't find a time convenient for you to talk to me, then I'll upload a private video for you. And you can watch that anytime you want, you know. And yeah, and I'm still offering 25% off my Thunder Astrology readings too. So it's at a good price, cheaper than anybody. So if anybody wants that reading, I'll leave the link on the bottom too. So hope you guys have a good day, good night, good evening, good life. Take it slow, take it fast, take it how you should. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.